How's it going, guys? Welcome to Gintama, episode 7. Last time we had this little, seemingly one-off story about reuniting this escaped convict father with his idol singer daughter, and there was an Alaskan bullworm, and there was a whole thing that happened. So, literally anything could happen this time. I have no idea. So, yeah, if you want to go to the discussion, the time code is in the description. Also a link to the Patreon if you want to get these videos a week early. But for now, we're going to watch the episode. It's called Responsible Owners Should Clean Up After Their Pets, which is a fact. So, let's see. I don't know if we'll get, like, the dog introduced in this episode, or Elizabeth the penguin, but let's see what happens. So, 3, 2, 1... Like I said, when I go into an episode, unless I see in the thumbnail like a new character that I recognize from the first couple episodes, it's like I could be anything at all. So yeah, that guy, the creepy guy with the tummy tongues. So I recently started watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood subbed for the first time. I had never really heard the Japanese voices. I only knew the English ones mostly. And if I hadn't known that Rie Kugimiya, who voices Kagura, was voicing Al, I wouldn't have been able to tell. It's totally different. There's an echo because of the armor, but even beyond that, it just has a very different voice. There was one part where Al was yelling, so his voice got higher pitched, and that part, I was like, okay, I can hear it there. But even then, like, if I hadn't known, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I wouldn't have been able to tell. That's pretty impressive. And to think of this voice, this Kagura voice, as her putting on a voice, presuming that's not her natural voice, I feel like it would hurt. Like, it's very high-pitched. Maybe it's easy for her, but the thought of putting on a voice like that for prolonged periods of time makes my throat hurt. But yeah, good on her. So maybe I've heard her in plenty of things and I just haven't recognized her. Okay, are we gonna get Dog Boy in this episode? Cleaning up after your pets? Alright. What is happening? There's a lot of whining. There's some crying. A lost pet? Who is making these sounds? Oh, hello. Was it him that was making those sounds? Like, it sounded like somebody was choking and crying and vomiting. Is there somebody on the bed? Yeah. What are you wearing? He sounds like he's fucking dying. Like he's choking. He's so sad. So what is it exactly? Gotta point out the wavy hair. As if it fucking... as if it's relevant. Oh, if only that were my rent. And what's that, the first time he's paid in half a year? I was gonna say, like, 28 cents. Jump is more important than rent, though. Oh, he's got balls. Silver balls. Whoa. Jesus. Holy shit. They about to just fuck. Go ahead. Alright, let's get a job here about this pet, I guess. That was jump money. Are you being paid? Even if you were being paid, how much would he be paying you? I thought he was just gonna say, like, well, if you don't have a woman, you don't have, like, somebody to go spend money on. But he's trying to set him up with her. I don't know about that. If you say so. What? They have a birdhouse TV? Or whatever it is. It looks like a birdhouse type structure. So this guy's pet is some giant thing. It's an Alaskan bullworm again. I don't know if the dog is one of them. Not her. Damn, I didn't think he would actually make contact. You'll come back another time. Guns haven't been super effective thus far in the series, so don't get your hopes up, guys. Another sound piece of advice. He steals police cars constantly, so there's no punishment for this. Alright, Immigration Bureau. He's okay with it. He's like, I came to hire you, it's fine. Taizo Hasagawa. Oh yeah. Big fucking chin chin. He's just fucking... You can tell by looking at him. Mr. Big Schlong. This guy's hung like a goddamn alien horse. Well, is that his job? If he's like part of immigration, is it relevant to him after they have already immigrated? Does he just handle like the process of them coming here? A chicken. So you just gotta let them do what they can, do what they want. Again, I would like to know like what the percentage of normal nice Amanto is versus bad ones. Because we had, of course, Katsura who wants to drive them off, and now kind of talking about how it's like all we can do is just try to coexist. I don't know. I don't know if it will ever be like a goal of the series to like try to drive out all the Amanto. I feel like no. Pez, like in Kaguya. But also, you're kind of gross. I know. Damn Baldy. You'll yank off your huge schlong. You don't have a beard. You got like some fuzz. What is this music? Is that hair? He looks like he should be in Katamari. Whoa. Okay. That's right. It goes all the way around. He's got like the lipstick. His design disturbs me on multiple levels. Really? What if he offers you a lot of money? You need it. That's why they set it up at the beginning of this episode that he needs the money. Heyo. No. Take the money. Whoa. Okay, I wasn't expecting an octopus. Yeah, like it could have gotten into the water. It could be who knows where at this point. Yes. What sound advice? Waiting doesn't help you get love. Or find an octopus. Yeah, what is a land octopus? I don't know, like, whoa, oh dear. It looks like it's about to eat somebody. It looks terrified. I don't know if it likes its owner. Do you look like your father? You think the octopus is her dad? See if you can... Pesu, Vanessa. See if you can trick the guy into thinking that this is his octopus. Alien taco. Well, we did it. That's true. What? 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 If you say so, pal. If you say so. There's a lot to unpack there. What the fuck? It's more fun to chase than be chased. Sure, but still you should probably step on it. Then you go into this whole other thing. Boy. Ah, hey. That's not even it. It's just a blooper. Again? Why are you going along with this? I mean, true. Normally you have to die before they put you in a jar. Before you get the honor of being put in a jar. It's pretty ridiculous, so because of that I think it would work out. We're just on this topic of love and getting dumped. This weird thing that him and Kagura have going on in this episode. Hi, ew. Ew. Vanessa? What are you doing here? The weird, like, double head, like the long head, is gross. If it just had, like, a round head, it could be cute. Vanessa got away. Shit. What are you talking about? What? Where is this coming from in this episode? There's just this fucking running thing between the two of them where they keep talking about that. It's so weird. It's funny. And now they're just in the jar. Go get it. Looks fun. Yeah, I was just thinking that him and her were in a trash can in episode 4. But now Gintoki's here too. You're gonna crush him! Oh shit, you did. He's probably fine. That again. That's a great first thought to have when you do something that's just like, oh shit, this happened, and I can't make it so that it didn't happen. Fuck, what do I... You're just like, help me find a time machine, just, come on, we have to. Well, there you go. Is he dead? Like a teen girl. Again with this. He lost weight. Okay. Oh, well then you're fine. Oh god. A bit much. Hey, pal. Vanessa, calm down. Oh dear. It's kind of a pertinent information, man. Look at those tentacles. Now that's a big schlong, if you know what I'm saying. Don't do that. Oh, real attached. Like I said in the picture, he looked like he didn't want to be there. And it seems to be the case. The nose, like the little tube things. Creepy looking. Eating it won't get you the money. I'm not entirely confident that they'll get the money either way, but how do you capture it without hurting it? They hurt it plenty before and it ended up fine. Oh shit. letting more people die to get permission to kill it. Huh, that's interesting. I'll have to talk about that later on. I don't know if that guy would even like come around no matter how many people died though. But yeah, that's interesting. Doesn't want to offend the prince in any way because of his race, his planet. I'm protecting my buddy. For sure. Perfect timing. And whoa! Is it dead? But yeah, this guy was willing to make sacrifices for what he thought was the good of the nation or humanity overall. Gene's like, fuck it. Well, there we go. We've changed the heart of this big schlonged immigration guy. Oh, goddamn. Well, there's a difference between killing this octopus and then just straight up attacking the prince. But okay. If that's what you felt in your heart that you must do, then I suppose. He learned this lesson from him and like took his advice and tried to be more like him, only for him to be like, man, acting like that is fucking stupid, and they walked away. And I don't know if he had considered the fact that he would lose his job. I don't know if that was a surprise or just the fact that they were so uncaring about it was the surprise. But either way, yeah, there's some interesting stuff to talk about in the discussion for this one. But for now, let's skip through here and see if there's anything other than a preview. There is! They're reading Gintama. Ew. That probably happened. Like parents being like, no, you can't buy that because of the name. And just wants to get people saying Gintama out in public all the time. Whoa, hey. Alright, fucking Pez is dead. And Vanessa, presumably, is in there as well. They ate Vanessa. So yeah, that is episode 7. And on to the discussion. No, there isn't more stuff in the background than there was before. No, I'm not recording this an entire day after recording the reaction. This is episode 7, where we meet Taizo Hasegawa, a man with a large penis, and he is searching for this man's pet, Vanessa. I'm not sure why he was calling her his pet, with her being a woman and all. I guess that's just the custom from where he's from. They treat women as properties, as beasts there, and it's quite a commentary on on society when you really think about it. But this woman, Vanessa, they're looking for her. And yeah, when I saw the title of this episode that is like cleaning up after your pets, I was thinking we might be introduced to the dog, the big white fluffy dog. But no, that is not the case. This guy, Taizo, works for the Immigration Bureau and is trying to help this prince who looks... He's just like... He makes me realize I never want Majin Buu to grow hair, because it just, especially not hair like that. He's gross, and he's got like the lipstick, and yeah. The Pinhead Prince. He's like, well, we owe a lot of money to this guy's country, so I'm just trying to appease him, keep him calm, do everything I can for him. And there's some conflict with him and Gintoki, because Gintoki's like, are you guys really policing the Yamato at all? Are you doing your jobs? They seem to just kind of be doing whatever they want. And that makes me bring up, like, what I brought up before about how when Katsura wanted to blow everything up, I was like, well, most Yamato are probably just like normal citizens, right? They're just hanging around, doing their own thing. I don't know. I would just assume so based off the number. Like, most would have to just have settled in normally, right? I would actually like to get some info about that, like how many Yamato are out there causing some kind of trouble. Is it a minority? I would like to know more about that. But yeah, he is just trying to appease the Yamato, and that's his way of protecting the country. He's like, well, the war is over. They are part of society now. It's because of them that we're where we even are, that like we've progressed as far as we have. They're in the government. With this one specifically, they owe money. So he's like, that's all we can do. We can't just keep dreaming about kicking them out. We just have to accept them. And before, that's kind of... It's interesting because that's like the side that Gintoki had taken against Katsura, who like wanted to get them out, and Gintoki's like, the war is over. Stop. But for different reasons, because Gintoki is just like, I just want to live my own life, my own way, protect what's important to me, live with my own honor and pride and whatnot, whereas he's doing it because this is his way of protecting the country. He feels like this is what he has to do. So it's interesting. It's kind of like him taking the stance Gintoki had against Katsura, but for different reasons. So Gintoki can take a stance opposite him as well, because he's like, are you really okay doing this? So that makes me wonder, like, is there ever actually gonna be some kind of plot about just eliminating all the Yamato? I don't think so. I don't think they're eventually gonna fall on the side of, like, we need to get rid of them all, they're all terrible. I don't think anything like that is gonna happen. But it just makes me curious about future plots and how deep we'll get into that. Man even gets kicked in the face as soon as he meets Gintoki. And he's just like, yeah, it's fine. Because he's there to do his job. Just like, well, I need this guy to help me appease the prince, and that's what I gotta do, so kick me in the face, I'm not even really gonna mention it. But we go off to try to find Vanessa, and they do find her, but she's able to trick them into thinking that it's not her that she's looking for. She's a crafty one, but they eventually do find her again and run her over. Second person that we've run over, and I love the response. It's the same response that he had last time, where he's like, help me find a time machine. There has to be one, because that's just perfect. Like I talked about before, in the previous reaction when that happened, when I had been in a car accident, I didn't have that exact thought, like, I need a time machine. But that's, in general, what runs through your head when something like that happens, like, this just happened. I can't do anything to make it so that it didn't happen. It happened. Shit. Fuck, where's the time machine? There has to be one. Why isn't there one? So that's great, seeing that reaction. It doesn't matter, though. You can run everybody over. You can steal the police cars. Nobody really seems to ever care. So, whatever. But yeah, they run her over. Then she gets huge because of water, and then they kill her. I wasn't sure at the end, like, when there was a bunch of juice exploding everywhere, but I was like, I don't know if it'll be dead. Vanessa died. Poor lady. But we get some change in Taizo when he is going to let Shinpachi die because it's the order from the prince not to hurt his pet. And so he's like, that's what we have to do. I have to obey him no matter what, even though it's huge and going on a rampage. It's already destroyed all this stuff. Who knows if it's killed anybody? It's about to eat Shinpachi. And he's like, no, we can't do it. And he's hoping that increasing the body count will convince the prince to eventually want them to take action, although I don't even think so. The way he seemed, he would have never given the order to hurt his beloved pet. But yeah, that was just his way of protecting the country. It's like, if I have to sacrifice this person, or who knows how many people, to appease this prince for the good of the whole, then that's what I'm gonna do. But Gintoki's like, nah, fuck that. My friend's in danger, I'm gonna go help him. And of course this causes change in him. It was a little weird how you had that one little line in there where he's like, my mom always told me to stand up straight. It's like, okay, weird tiny little bit of characterization there, but sure. I buy it. Just Gintoki inspired him to just live how he wants. He's working at some shitty job, doing shitty things that he doesn't want to do for shitty people that he doesn't want to do them for. And he's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to do what I want here. Did not necessarily need to go as far as to punching him. That's maybe a bit much. But I really loved the ending. When he's like, yeah, now I'm gonna do it. I'm standing tall like him. I'm living on my own pride and whatnot. And then they're all like, well, you're definitely gonna get fired for this. That was pretty dumb. People who act on impulses always ruin their lives. And then they just leave. They just turn around and walk away and like they don't give a shit. And he's like, what? And we just leave it there. So I'm curious to see him again, because I've seen... he kind of seemed like it might be a one-off. You never know. For all I know, every single character who ever shows up might show up again just because it's so long of a series, but I saw some thumbnails for future episodes and saw him in one of them, so I know he'll at least be around somewhat in the future, but I'd like to see where he goes, what we get from him in the future. But yeah, I don't know if he expected to lose his job. He should have, for sure. If he was surprised by that at all, the fact that they said that, or just surprised by their attitude towards it, them saying that it was dumb and people who act on impulses ruin their lives, and he's like, what? I learned it from you. He definitely should have expected to lose the job. We'll see if he even does. We'll see if they even care. But yeah, that was a really good ending. Good way to end it. Some other just random funny jokes. Again, the fact that he's got a big dick. Great. That's fun with the big schlong, and the fact that Kagura is the one who brings it up. And then her and Gintoki have this weird thing in this episode that's just like constant, where they're referencing like the love of an adolescent girl and like growing up into a woman and young love and all this stuff. And it like in every conversation that has nothing to do with anything about that somehow turns into that between the two of them. One of them will somehow make that the topic, and the other one will have a reply, and Shinpachi will just be there like... It was interesting. It was a weird running joke. I was into it. Waiting does not get you love, or help you find an octopus. Great. Great advice. Or when he was like, Shinpachi, are you interested in older women? Like trying to set him up with the landlady and whatnot. So yeah, it was a fun little episode with Vanessa. Rest in peace. I don't know if we'll see the Prince guy again, if we'll hear about any repercussions for what happened here. He shouldn't have had this thing. Of course, he's like, it's my beloved pet and it loves me. And it didn't. He took it from some other planet. He shouldn't have had it. Shouldn't have had it at all. And there should be some kind of investigation into that. Of course, him being a prince, even if just him being an Amanto would prevent that, him being a prince definitely would, but we'll see about that. And I'm curious to see what future plots we get and character point of views we get about the Amanto and people's view on them, and whether or not they want to try to appease them or kick them out or just live your own life normally just with them. And yeah, because that's interesting. I don't know how deep we'll go into stuff like that. When we get into serious arcs, I don't know, are we going to get Amanto villains, human villains? What kind of plots are they going to even be? Like an actual plot that spans an arc. I can't even imagine what Gintama's idea of that would be. So I'm curious, because again, it's interesting. Just thinking about the Amanto being in their country with real world parallels to like the West coming into Japan or any other situation like that. Another piece of information that I was told, they translated Gintoki's nickname before as White Knight, and I was told that the name literally is supposed to be White Demon. And I'm like, yeah, that's a big difference. A knight and a demon are different, so that's even more interesting. That's way better to think about that. So that's just a tidbit somebody told me in the comments, so thank you for that. But yeah, curious to see, like I said, more of this going forward any of these new characters and what they think about the world they live in, any updates on Big Dick Man in the future and where he's at, if he got fired or whatnot, and just whatever the hell we get up to, because it could be anything. I went into this episode thinking, I have no idea where we're going to go here, and same. Literally anything could be next time, so we'll see. Oh, if you want to say anything about the episode, we can talk about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Share the video with other people you think might enjoy it too. Check out the Patreon for early videos. All that stuff means a whole lot. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys later.